Welcome to our new video headlines fundamental duties to key to social transformation. Number 2, panel moves district level survey to bring more children into adoption ambit. Number 3, National Institute of Public Finance and Policy NIPFP state budget analysis. Let us go to the first article, fundamental duties key to social transformation. Chief Justice of India on the occasion of Independence Day said, our constitution is the fundamental document which regulates the relationship between the citizens and the government. While it has granted us inalienable rights, it places upon certain fundamental duties. Let us know about fundamental duties. Fundamental duties are added to the Constitution by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. And the fundamental duties are recommended by the Sovereign Singh Committee set up in the wake of Internal Emergency 1975 to 1977. And the fundamental duties are the Part 4A of the Constitution of India. And these fundamental duties are constituted in Article 51A. The total fundamental duties are 11 in number. The 11th fundamental duty is added by 86th Constitutional Amendment Act 2002. And also it is stated in the article, CJI remembered freedom fighter and Gandhian Pingali Venkayya. About Pingali Venkayya, born 2nd August 1876, died 4 July 1963, and Gandhian means the one who believes in the Gandhi's principle. And other names of Pingali Venkayya, Diamond Venkayya and Patti Venkayya. So this is about the first article. Let us move to second article. Panel moves district level survey to bring more children into adoption ambit. Appointed by Parliament. A report is recently tabled on review of guardianship and adoption laws in Parliament by the Parliament Standing Committee on Personnel. That means there is a review in the guardianship and adoption of laws in the Parliament, and the report is submitted by the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Personnel, and the report states there were 27,939 prospective parents registered with the Child Adoption Resource Authority CARA as on December 21. That means these numbers are registered for adoption of child. Only 2,430 were declared legally free for adoption by child welfare committees, stated by the report. And 3.1 crore orphans defined in the report of either of parent loss according to the 2020 Orphan Report of IHH Humanitarian and Social Research Center INSAMER. And 6,525 childcare institutions registered under the Juvenile Justice Act as on September 30, 2021. Let us move about Child Adoption Resource Authority. CARA is a statutory body under the Ministry of Women and Child Development. It acts as a nodal body to monitor and regulate in-country and inter-country adoptions. Inter-country means between foreign countries and India. and CARA is designated as central authority to deal with inter-country adoptions in accordance with the provisions of the Hague Convention on Inter-Country Adoption 1993 ratified by Government of India in 2003. Let us know about Juvenile Justice Act 2015. And this Juvenile Justice Act is passed by Parliament, enacted by 7th May 2015, came into force by 15 January 2016, and it is replaced Indian Juvenile Delinquency Law, Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2000. That means the Act 2015 replaces Act of 2000 Juvenile Justice. An amendment for this Act is made in 2021, Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act, Amendment Act 2021. The Act guarantees the security, the protection, the education and well-being of the children in need in India. The Act says the person who are below 18 years are children. And this Act also sought to create a universally accessible adoption law for India, overtaking the Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act 1956, which is for Hindu, Jain, Buddhist, and Sikhs, etc., and Guardians and Wards Act 1890. Though the Act is overtaking these two laws, but doesn't replaces the above two laws. And let us go for the third article. National Institute of Public Finance and Policy, NIPFP, State Budget Analysis. The article states that states aim to reduce revenue spending by 0.13% of GSDP and increase capex by 0.24% of GSDP, said by National Institute of Public Finance and Policy. Next, we will go for the terms GSDP. GSDP defined as Gross State Domestic Product, and it is measured in monetary terms. The definition is sum total volume of finished goods and services produced during a year within the geographical boundaries of the state. So above is the definition of the GSDP. Whatever the goods and services produced in the state, the sum total is the gross state domestic product, and the whatever the goods and services produced in the boundaries of country, it is termed as gross domestic product. And let us know about revenue spending. Revenue spending are expenditures of short-term expenses used in the current period or typically within 1 year by the government. And now about capital spending. Capital spending means capex, money spent by government on the development of machinery, equipment, building, health facilities, education, etc. Also, it includes the expenditure incurred on acquiring fixed assets like land and investment by government that gives profits or dividends in future. Please like, share and subscribe.